guys? It's me, the Starlight Dash, and I'm gonna be talking about why Starlight and Trixie's friendship works, in my opinion, from Friendship is Magic. So yeah, let's go. So Starlight and Trixie first met in the sixth episode of season six. In season six called "No Second Prances," where Starlight just goes to the pony spa to relax, and that's where she meets Trixie.
This is just what I needed.
Tell me about it.
You ever have one of those days?
For me, they're all one of those days.
After that, Starlight brings Trixie back to the castle to meet Twilight, only to find out that she and Twilight have a history together.
She's great. Great! She's powerful.
Powerful?
She's...
Hello, princess.
Trixie?
And basically, Trixie hasn't been the best pony in the past.
I thought I told you to dance.
But anyways, after Trixie and after Trixie and Twilight little social interactions.
You know each other?
You could say that. We've had our differences. What matters is Twilight gave me a second chance, and I appreciate it.
Twilight decides to let Starlight Glimmer hang out with Trixie, but then she ends up spying on her, spying on Starlight at some point.
Psst. 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 Shh.
And then later on, in the episode, Twilight tracks down Starlight back to Trixie's a wagon, and this happens.
I'm so glad we're not at that boring dinner.
Ahem. You just decided to skip our dinner without telling me? Are you aware that at this very moment, Princess Celestia is waiting for you at a table with exquisite silverware placement?
Yes, but...
This is exactly why I didn't want you to make friends with Trixie.
And Trixie, and Trixie says some things that she shouldn't have said about Starlight.
Starlight had to choose between you and me. And she chose me. Your pupil chose me. So, I win.
You win? That sounds like you just made friends with me to beat Twilight.
Exactly.
And then, and then Starlight runs away after that. But then, Twilight realizes that Trixie has changed and lets Starlight be friends with Trixie at the end. So yeah.
Starlight, when I first came to Ponyville, Princess Celestia gave me room to make my own decisions and my own friends. I need to give you the same freedom. I shouldn't have tried to pick and choose your friends for you.
Later on, at the end of season 6, during the two-part finale called From Back, and I forget the episode name, okay, the finale name, but it's the one where Chrysalis returns and she and her changelings have captured Twilight and the other main characters. But yeah, anyways, in the episode, Trixie says something to Starlight that she doesn't really say to any other ponies, and it's this.
Don't you ever tell another pony I said this. But even Trixie's made mistakes.
It was after we left my village. What did you tell me to never tell another pony you said?
But even Trixie's made mistakes.
Trixie, there's no time for this. What did you say?
That even Trixie's made mistakes. Okay? Are you happy?
But yeah, anyways, at the end of that two-parter, Trixie and Starlight, along with the help of Discord and Thorax, are able to stop Chrysalis, and Thorax becomes the new leader of the Changelings. But then Chrysalis decides to make Starlight Glimmer her enemy now. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, in season 7, in the second episode, the first episode is kind of important, but it's mainly for Twilight, I guess. But yeah, anyways, in the second episode of season 7, Trixie is struggling to do a simple spell that can turn anything into a teacup.
Come on! Turn into a teacup! No! Teacup! No! Teacup! Oh, no!
And then later on, Starlight tries to teach Trixie how to teleport something, and then this happens.
Concentrate on teleporting. Got it. Doing the spell.
No, Trix, wait, not just.
But yeah, anyways, Starlight then starts getting pissed off at Trixie, and then she starts using the spell to kind of bottle up her anger.
You never get mad at me.
And then later on, she learns that she has to accept the fact that Trixie might fuck up, and she has to let her anger out eventually. So yeah.
If we can't find that table, Twilight's never going to trust me again. And the worst part is, you didn't even say you were sorry!
But yeah, anyways, in that episode, I feel like the friendship still works in a way because even though Trixie did fuck up a lot, Starlight was patient with her, and that's a good quality about friendship because you kind of have to be I'm sorry, I can't talk today. You kind of have to be patient with, your friends, because, friends don't always take, a few minutes, mind you, they can take, days or weeks. But, yeah, anyways, later on, I'm trying to think now, I basically have a bunch of episodes that I'm going to edit into this video, and basically, and there's also an episode in season 7 called to change a changeling, but that's not really important, I guess. But I'm just gonna mention it quickly. But yeah, basically, Trixie and Starlight go to see Thorax, and then they find out that his brother Pharynx doesn't want to change. And Starlight wants to kick him out of the hive, I guess, until something big happens, and what's the name again? a Pharynx decides to change like on his own. So yeah, that's the episode basically. But yeah, anyways, later on in season 8, episode 9, episode 19, sorry, A Road to Friendship. Starlight and Trixie go on a road trip in Equestria.
We're off on the road to friendship. Our ride might be tiny and small. It's walking though, Trix?
I am walking. But road trips are a great way, we've been told, to get along.
Until they have some issues. And one of them is the fact that Starlight snores a lot, and Trixie sleep talks for some reason.
Starlight! Starlight! I think there's a wild animal outside! Starlight! Ladies and gentlemen, great and powerful
But yeah, anyways, they do resolve their issues, I guess, when they have to get Trixie's wagon back from this pony that Starlight traded the wagon off to by doing this.
Magic, magic, puff of smoke. One to wave your hooves and tell a little joke.
But yeah, anyways, later on in season 9, episode 11, a school council, I think, or counselor, what happens is, Trixie needs Starlight's help. To make like a party for Maud and her boyfriend, a Mudbriar, but Starlight keeps like ditching Trixie for her students, and yeah.
Right, got it. You get the sticks, I'll get the streamers. Right after I take care of what I'm sure is an even smaller student problem than the last one.
But then later on, like in the episode, after one of the students decides to like do shit like on her own and not bother Starlight, Starlight learns that she has to, balance her like school, her school, duties and friendships, I guess. So yeah. But then, anyways, in the 20th episode of season 9, called A Horseshoe Inn, Starlight is a new head mayor of the School of Friendship, because Twilight is the new ruler of Equestria at this point. So yeah, and Trixie wants to be her vice mayor, but it's clearly not working.
Wink!
But then Starlight makes Trixie the new school counselor instead, and then gives a vice mayor to her friend, a Sunburst. So yeah, but then this moment happens.
I'd say this office needs a bit of redecorating. Potted plants scream desperation.
Phyllis, no!
But yeah, anyways, at the end at the end, the friendship is magic. Like Starlight is still the head mayor, and Sunburst is still the vice mayor, and Trixie is still the a school counselor, for the school of friendship. So yeah. But anyways, my overall opinion is it does work, honestly, because even though their past are kind of twisted and fucked, they can still be good friends at times. And yeah, that's it really for this video. I wasn't gonna do this video originally, but I decided to do it because I kind of need something else to make, except for the whole Starlight Plays videos. And yeah, that's really. I'll see you guys next time, and bye.